Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Sam R. Burns, and welcome to this first edition of Duke Blue Devils football here on my channel. We're taking on the FCS East Howlers. Shouldn't be much of a challenge for a Power 5 team like ourselves, but nonetheless, they do have some good players. They try to run the option quite a bit, and they're definitely a tough team to defend. You've got to be prepared to defend everything from this team. Hopefully we can put them away early. We'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a good game. We should be able to pull out on top just based off of talent. We'll see how this team responds to running the triple option for the first time. We had a lot of time in camp. We'll see how it goes. And we are starting off the game on defense here as FCS East has the ball. Williamson running the triple option. He's going to take it up the middle right there himself. Manning Williamson gets a 12-yard run right there on the first play of the game. Now here we go, 1st and 10 later in the drive. Williamson running the triple option once again. And we're looking like we're getting a taste of our own medicine so far as Manning Williamson with 21 rushing yards here early. Now he is back to pass, and he's just going to run up the middle, making guys miss. A huge run by Manning, but he fumbles, and the ball's rolling towards the sideline, but it's picked up by a receiver. Casey Allen with the quick hands there as the ball was starting to roll out of bounds. Almost a near disaster there for FCS East, but they control the ball still. But here's Manning Williamson, 3rd and 10. He's going to be sacked right there by Kyler Brown for an 8-yard loss, and that's going to force a punt from the Howlers. And here we go, our first look at this new triple option offense here at Duke. Nico Pierre, who is the 3rd string running back and will be the starting fullback this season, going to get a 5-yard gain. And here's Sirk running to the outside, and he is going to go ahead and pick up 10 yards there himself on 3rd and 2 to pick up the first down. And here we go on a 3rd and 3. Sirk is going to be back to pass, something this offense isn't going to do very often. No one's really open, and it's nearly intercepted there by Sean Washington. Very fortunate that Thomas Sirk's pass was not intercepted. As we go back to FCS East on offense on a 3rd and 11, Williamson, and it's nearly intercepted by Breon Borders. He's one of our 2 starting cornerbacks. Great play right there, almost had the interception. 1st and 10 now. Sirk running the triple option to the right, and he's going to pitch it out to Sean Wilson, our starting halfback, the star player on this team. He is only a sophomore, and he picks up 26 right there on his 3rd carry of the game. But unfortunately, we couldn't muster anything in the red zone, and we're just going to have to settle for the field goal. So Duke gets their first point of the season, going up 3-0 on FCS East. But the Howlers with the ball again, faking the pitch, and he's going to fire on the left side there for Cook, who's brought down awkwardly, and a flag is thrown on the play. We'll see what the flag is, and there's going to be a face mask on the Blue Devils. That is unfortunate right there. Dwayne Norman, one of the star outside linebackers for this 4-3 defense, gets the face mask penalty right there and tacks on 15 of that play. So 2nd and 1 later in the drive, Williamson's going to hand us Stevens here again on the triple option. They're giving us a taste of our own medicine. Jordan Stevens gets 11 yards right there, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 12 later in the drive. Williamson back to pass. He is going to go ahead and scramble up the middle, makes Carmichael miss, makes Norman miss, and finally brought down inside the 20. Manny Williamson with a 22-yard run. He's got 56 yards here on the ground in the first quarter. 2nd and 3, Williamson. And he's looking, and he's hit as he throws, but he finds Allen. Casey Allen, who had the big fumble recovery earlier in the game, gets the touchdown catch and puts the Howlers up 7-3 after the first quarter. Are the Blue Devils on upset alert? Possibly. We haven't had the ball all that much. Our defense definitely didn't look very good on that last drive. So hopefully we can try to turn this thing around. There's still plenty of football left to be played. 2nd down and 6 here on our next drive. Going to hand off to Nico Pierre up the middle. And the big 6'2 running back rumbles ahead for 17 yards on his 2nd carry of the game. 1st and 10, Sirk once again running the triple option, pitches out to Sean Wilson, who is going to pick up the first down and a lot more out across the 40-yard line. Sean Wilson. Now a 2nd down and 3 here for Thomas Sirk and this Blue Devils offense. Sirk is going to fake the handoff, and he's just going to take off up the middle, and he's going to pick up 8 yards right there. That's enough for the first down. Thomas Sirk with 16 yards on the ground early, but the drive once again fizzles out, and we are forced to kick another field goal to cut this to a 1-point game. Back to the Howlers offense. Williamson is going to hand this one off to Cook. He's got a lot of room to run. Big hit right there but he is able to hang on to the football. That's a first down for FCS East. Now Williamson here running the triple option again, and Johnson easily gets the first down, and he breaks a tackle, and he's down inside the 30-yard line. Big run right there, 18 yards by David Johnson. 2nd and 10, empty backfield. Williamson is back to pass, and he's going to fire over the middle. He finds Cook, who somehow isn't taken down, just making guys miss. 15 yards right there for Antoine Cook, and that is going to set up a first down. Unfortunately for FCS East, the drive fizzles out, and they kick a field goal. Now here's Sirk running the 2-minute drill after a few 3-and-outs by both teams. 30 seconds left in this first half. Thomas Sirk is showing what he can do with his arm and why he really wasn't built to be a triple option quarterback. However, that's the offense we're going to be running. He finds Shaq Powell there on the left side. As with 27 seconds left, it's 1st and 10. Sirk play action, and he's going to find on the left side, that's Chambers on the comeback, who is going to be tackled inside the 10-yard line. Quay Chambers with a 22-yard reception, which sets up this easy 1-yard touchdown run by Sean Wilson on 4th and goal, and Duke is going to have a 13-10 lead at the half. So what did we learn in that first half? This team is definitely rusty. First of all, wow, number 3 Alabama down 17-3 to Virginia Tech. Keep an eye on that one. But, you know, this team is definitely rusty. They're not used to running the triple option, while FCS East has been doing it, you know, their entire existence. So they're keeping pace with us. They've got more rushing yards than us. They've had the ball more, and they're only down by 3. So we'll see if we can turn this game around here. You know, try to blow this game open in the second half. That's definitely got to be the goal, as we can't let a team like this stick around if we want to contend for the ACC title this season. But yeah, you know, I was definitely pleased with how this offense has been running. So here we go, 1st and 10, Sirk. He's going to pitch outside to Sean Wilson, and Wilson's got a block on the outside. There's nothing but green in front of him. Sean Wilson to the 30, to the 20, and he is gone. Touchdown Blue Devils, 73 yards. Sean Wilson puts Duke up by 10 points here. Very first play of the second half. Back to Manny Williamson in this Howlers offense as he is brought down right there for a sack. That is going to be Carlos Ray, his 2nd sack of the game. Now we got a 3rd down and 3, and Williamson back to pass, and he's going to be sacked again. This time it's Norman, the stud outside linebacker, gets the sack and forces a 4th down. Back to this Duke offense. Sirk going to hand off to Nico Pierre. He's got some middle up the middle, and that's going to be a 17-yard run right there for Nico Pierre, who's up to 40 yards rushing on the day, averaging 13 yards per carry. 2nd and 10 now. Sirk going to keep it, and he's going to go up the middle himself. Nearly pitches it, falls down, and that is going to get 9 yards right there to set up a 3rd and 1. Sirk with 33 yards rushing on the day. 1st and 10, handing up to Reeves, the tight end up the middle, and he is going to run into the end zone untouched. David Reeves, 22 yards, puts Duke up by 17 points here, almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. So Duke, after a 3-and-out by FCS East, has the ball again, and he's going to pitch out to Sean Wilson, who's having a great game so far, gets 9 yards right there. He would be injured on the play and would not return with a muscle strain. But Sirk going to pitch out to Powell right here. Powell showing what he can do. Shaquille Powell getting 10 yards right there. And now we got a 2nd down and 6 later on the drive. Going to fake it to Reeves, and Sirk's got some room to run, and he is down inside the 15-yard line, a 14-yard run right there by Thomas Sirk, as he's up to 50 yards rushing in the day. And we wanted to blow this game open in the 3rd quarter, and we did. 14 unanswered points in the 3rd quarter, excuse me, for Duke to give us a 17-point lead, and we are driving right now. This game is definitely starting to look like it could be over, and we couldn't get anything going in the red zone, so we end up just having to kick a field goal to go up by 20 points over FCS East. We're going to get a studio update on that Virginia Tech-Alabama game, and number 3 Alabama goes down. Jake Coker could not complete very many of his passes, and it just overall was a terrible game for Alabama as they start off the season with a loss. Definitely not what they were looking for. And now here we get an update on a big game. Number 13 LSU with a 7-0 lead on TCU. Leonard Fournette with 22 yards early in this one. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. Back to the FCS East offense. Manny Williamson is going to pitch it over there to Maxwell on the slant and awkwardly dragged down. We'll see what the flag is here. And it is a face mask on the Blue Devils defense. Definitely not something we wanted to see there. Already gave up the 1st down. Why tack on 15 more? Bad play right there by Byron Fields. Now we got Manny Williamson in the shotgun again. He's going to be rolling to his right side. He's taken down by Carlos Ray. That is his 3rd sack of the game, setting a school record. Huge play. Great day right now by Carlos Ray. Now here's Williamson back to pass, firing over the middle, but he finds White. That was a 4th and 14, and he is brought down by his face mask. Very sloppy defense so far for the Duke Blue Devils on this drive as they try to seal this game, and they're letting FCS East just drive down the field. That's Jeremy Cash, the star free safety. Bad play right there by Cash, and it sets up a 1st and 10 for Williamson and this offense inside the 20-yard line, handing off to Johnson, and he's got some room, makes a guy miss, and he's into the end zone. David Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown run, brings FCS East back within 13 points, pending the extra point, of course. 30-17 your score now. Cirque is going to hand this one off to Nico Pierre, who's having a pretty good day at the fullback position. A 7-yard run right there by Pierre. Now on 2nd and 3, Cirque going to take this one himself. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He's out across the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Finally dragged down at the 21-yard line. 46 yards for Thomas Cirque. Huge play right there. 2nd and 6, Cirque pitches one this out to the outside to Duncan. And a good run right there by Jella Duncan. An 8-yard run is going to set up a 1st and goal. Now here on 3rd and goal, just going to hand off to Nico Pierre up the middle. And he's going to get 2 yards. And that is plenty to get in the end zone to extend this lead back to 20 points with 2:44 to go. 37-17 your score. Manny Williamson in the shotgun, man in motion. Back to pass. And he's going to go ahead and fire on the left side on a little drag corner route to Philip Thomas for a 10-yard reception. Empty backfield for Williamson. He's back to pass again. Fired on the right side on a little out route. He's going to find Casey Allen. That's a 6-yard gain. But the clock is definitely working against FCS East at this point. Only a minute 13 to go. On 2nd and 20, he's going to motion his tight end to the outside. Williamson is back to pass. Nowhere really to go. And he's almost brought down. And then he fires. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown FCS East. Almost sacked. And then Manny Williamson finds William Jackson in the end zone. Broken play turns into a touchdown. Luckily, Duke would recover the onside kick and just run out the clock from there. Sean Wilson, your player of the game, 9 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. He left the game early with an injury. It wasn't anything serious. I was very impressed with how our offense played in the second half. In the first half, there were definitely some struggles, but in the second half, we really turned it on. We scored a lot of points in the second half. Our defense definitely needs some work, especially in the late game situations, especially our pass defense. I thought our run defense definitely got better in the second half. It wasn't very good in the first half when FCS East had their lead for a short while. So that's definitely something we have to work on as we start to play tougher and tougher competition as we get closer to ACC play. Anyways, the Duke Blue Devils do win this game, 37-24, improved to 1-0 on the season. It was a great game. Our rushing attack really came together. I think we rushed for over 350 yards or something like that. Got a lot of contributions from a lot of people. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this first game of this Duke Blue Devils Dynasty. I'm looking forward to bringing this to you guys. Right now, the plan is every day or every other day. We'll see, what I can crank out. But next week, Duke will travel on the road as they take on the new guys to the FBS, Appalachian State Mountaineers. So I will see you guys then, and I hope you enjoyed.